Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back with another brand new episode of the Spfl show. Now as you can see on the screen, in fact I'm a wee bit darker now, have you noticed like something's just happened to you, like the Undertaker's about to come out from behind me?
Mate, that's such a dramatic lighting they set up.
Mate,
You've got going on there.
yeah, it's just I just want to blend in with the background this week. I think that's the plan anyway. But as you can see, we've got a couple of guests with us, so while we introduce themselves, I'm going to try fix my lighting. So back in a second everyone, so Dev, take it away.
Absolutely awesome. Oh, there it is. A wee bit later, straight away.
Yes!
There we go, bang, just like that. It just needed me to say something for you to just light up.
I say you light up my life.
I light up your life, mate. That's it. That is it. Anyway, Sharp Div, how you doing?
And as you can see, we've got goggsy 99er. Hello, Gogs.
Hello, it's good to be back.
Hello, mate. Hello.
Hello.
Right, I just need to mention again, it's went dark again. That's brilliant. Thanks, Div. You want to speak again? You may notice there is someone missing this week, and it's Ryan118. Now, normally we give him a very hard time, we make a fool of him, we do this and that, but this week he's actually got a couple of family stuff going on, so our actual thoughts are with Ryan. Hopefully everything gets a bit better. So yeah, this week didn't give him any mincer in that, he's got a lot going on, so we hope to see him next week on the show and hopefully everything gets better as well. But we're just going to dive right in, ladies and gentlemen. Div, you're going to take it away, son, because once again I'm going to try and fix my lighting equipment. So you choose the first game and we'll start.
Let's go for it. We'll start off with a very boring matchup. There was actually a few chances, but overall the quality was not great. Aberdeen 0, Kilmarnock 0, and yeah, there was a number of chances, but just no great, was it, Goggsy? In terms of quality in the final third, and when you're looking at both teams, obviously Kilmarnock have got Brophy up front, Aberdeen have got Cosgrove up front. You're expecting a wee bit better in front of goal, but Cosgrove and Brophy weren't really in the game at all, were they?
No.
It was
no,
isn't it great?
Both cancelled each other out, like defensively as well.
Pretty much, that's what happened in the game, and I was expecting a lot more really for Cosgrove because he's no scored, I don't think, in a couple games now.
That's free, yeah.
I was expecting him to
scored at Dundee.
Yeah.
In the cup. But just in terms of the league and stuff like that, he's kind of went a wee bit dry. I think he will come good again. I think he will. But it'll be interesting to see. I was expecting him to just put in a wee bit better a performance because obviously he's been getting watched off big clubs. Apparently Lazio.
Yeah, that's mental, isn't it?
Aye, it is mental. Definitely is.
Well, is it? Well, if you follow the way they play, they like to have a physical guy up front. So technically it does fit, but I don't know if there's anything really in that. That seems a bit. You know what I mean?
That's a bit far-fetched.
That is a bit far-fetched. But kind of like we were saying there, I was actually really disappointed in the game of football. And it's just two teams that everyone's expecting to do well. It's kind of struggling so far in this season. And again, the pressure... It's going to be a running theme in this week's episode of pressure mounting on managers. And again, the Killie manager's still getting a wee bit of heat just now. So how are we feeling about their start to the season? And how are you feeling since, obviously, Stevie Clark's left?
I expected it, to be honest.
Wait, sorry, Div, can you say that? Goggsy, can you say that again? I think your internet skipped back to 1987 there.
Oh, sorry. But I expected Kilmarnock to not play as well as they did last season, and this is just showing my theory. I just think Steve Clark had the team absolutely down pat, that the team understood what he wanted.
Yep.
But Alessio, Alessio knows the league enough to actually proper take a team and maybe have a good couple of seasons. Maybe if they stay patient with him for a couple more weeks and then see how he takes the team. But I honestly don't see Kilmarnock breaking into that top 6 this season.
Perfect. Div?
I'm actually with Goggsy on that. I don't think Kilmarnock will get top 6 at all. We actually launched our Instagram and our Twitter troops, so if you want to go and follow us on Instagram, it's at the SPFL show, and on Twitter, it's the exact same handle. It's all going great. So we did reach out on there, and we have asked for some of you to give us some topics to speak about as well. And somebody actually did say on Instagram, "Are Killie a one-season wonder?" What do you think of that, mate? Do you think they are?
Oh,
yes, I believe so.
It's so strange because they had a good when Clark first came in, like that 6 months. They did not get them to like 3rd or 4th in the league then, and then obviously they took the step up. And you're thinking, right, they're going to keep building. But since he's left, they've changed their play style up. Got knocked out of Europe at the first time he asked. I mean, it's a good shout. It's a good show. I don't think they'll get back to third place this year. I don't think they'll get anywhere close to it, in my opinion.
Nah.
Especially no with Brophy firing in all cylinders. A player that we've spoke about a lot, CJ, and expecting more from him, and he's not doing it right now. So
he's not getting the service either.
Yeah,
like
he has scraps now.
Aye, in a sense, but you were bigging up Chris Buck previously, who put in a lot of crosses. So 5, there we go. You were disappointed there wasn't somebody on the end of that. So a real predatory striker, like maybe Chris Boyd would have done last year, getting on the end and feeding off some scraps. Well, he needs to do a wee bit more of that, I think, and get more goals.
Yeah, I mean, we've been speaking about Broth for like 2.5 years now on this channel, and I really thought he'd take the next step up, but he's becoming that type of player, see, because he's reached a high now. He's becoming really petulant, and just when he doesn't get fouls, he's moaning, he's slapping. You saw what he done against us. He's slapping the ground. He's sitting swearing at himself. I think he's getting too distracted with what happened last year instead of just playing his game. And I think that's badly affecting not only him but Killie as well. But yeah, very, very disappointing game. It was absolutely putrid, the actual game, if I'm being honest with you. But we'll move on from there then.
Choice.
Thank you very much, Goggsy 99er. Right, Goggs, you can pick the next game, son.
Can I talk about the Lanarkshire Derby?
On you go for it. Go for it, son.
Right, so this is what we're here for. Motherwell earned their 75th win in the 150th derby between the two sides on Saturday, as the visitors brush aside 10-man Accies with ease. It took 17 minutes for the net to be nestling as Liam Polworth's corner hit off Gogic and flew to the top corner, sending the Well fans into rapture. 5 minutes after, Liam Donnelly converted from the spot after Polworth's header was blocked on the line by Hamilton, the defender, not the team, resulting in a red card for the young boy. However, Accies hit back almost immediately with another penalty, which was a penalty. It hit off basically Peter Hartley's fingertip, and the refs pointed to the spot. Cunningham blasted the ball into the roof of the net, and there I was thinking, 2-1, are we going to end up throwing the game? But no, we managed the game very well, and then Chrissy Long early in the second half pretty much wrapped up the 3 points with his long shot, pun intended.
My God.
And
I'm taking
jokes.
I feel sick.
Yeah.
Aye.
And we just managed the game from there, and it was a fantastic win, and roll on next week, I say.
Perfect.
Any questions?
I just want to say, son, see about the sending off for me. When I first seen it, it reminded me like years and years ago when Queller done that versus Celtic. Dave, you'll probably mind at Parkhead, where he just fantastic top bin save, and he got sent off. And I really thought it was a clear and obvious handball, but when I saw the replay, I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I'm
feel bad for him.
I feel bad because he's fully gone for it. His head's fully gone. His aim's right close to his chest. It's not as if it's like out to here. I don't know. I think I mean, if you're going to give the penalty, I thought this double jeopardy thing wasn't in play. For me, it's not a clear and obvious that he's trying to block that. I think it just hits his hand. Give the penalty, book him, or like. But for me, it was a harsh red card.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with that.
Oh really? Well.
Yeah.
It's harsh, but it is the laws of the game that his arms out.
That's what I was just going to mention there. I actually seen the Hamilton manager was in the news. He done a wee article from his interviews and stuff, and he was saying that he thinks that referees are maybe a wee bit unsure, and players themselves are as well, with the new rules that have been implemented in terms of handballs. And I seen Chris Sutton, he was making comments on Rangers playing on from a drop ball, which is the rule of the game as well, and a lot of people are confused regarding it. For me, I would totally agree with you on that, CJ. I think he's completely gone for the ball, in my opinion. But I don't know where you stand in terms of the ball goes into the net if he doesn't hit his hand, and is that red, or is it just a yellow because of intent stuff? So it is a bit of a grey area. For me, it's a yellow, but Goggsy, by the letter of the law, it is a red. So he was emphatic in the match. I actually thought Hamilton would have done a wee bit better, but you just had them backs against the wall from the start and had them pinned in. So
yeah, I'm actually glad, because the last derby that we played, we were 1-0 up and completely in control of the game, and we switched off for 1 second and Aki's got something out of the game. So for us to actually just keep the head at 3-1 and just completely just manage the game like we did, it was fantastic. And Aki's only really had one shot in each half, and that was it. Like Aki's are on their way down, in my opinion, if they keep playing like they did. Albeit
my prediction.
Albeit they did have 10 men for 70 minutes, but still they were shocking.
And the last thing I just want to talk about is, because I feel like we're going to speak about a couple of penalties today. I really like, is it O'Donnell? Is that how you pronounce it? It's O'Donnell, is that? Or Donnelly? How do you pronounce it?
Donnelly.
Sorry.
Donnelly.
Donnelly. I really liked his way he just stepped up, because he just looked so confident. Like the very little distance he left at the ball, he was just so calm, he never bothered about it. I really liked his way he stepped up and he just smashed it. That's a penalty taker that's got a lot of confidence. We're going to speak about penalty takers later on, for it just looked like they were shiting themselves, but that's a guy full of confidence. It looked like he was never ever going to miss that.
He's basically got ice in his veins at the moment, but just with his form.
He's not.
It's great to watch.
Speaking about the penalties, sorry to drag it back a wee bit. I was reading through the comments there, and there was a comment regarding a penalty incident in the Aberdeen and Killie game, which I actually had in my notes.
Yeah.
I think it was a penalty, and the player's been dragged down. I'm pretty sure it's an Aberdeen player on a Killie player. It might have been on Brophy, and he's kind of getting away from him. He pulls his arm down.
For me, it's a pen.
For me, it's a pen. Yeah. Goggsy, how are you on that? Do you think it's a pen?
I'm trying to remember it.
It's a throw in and Brophy. Actually, I think it is.
Oh, that one.
It's kind of does great movement into the front, and the Aberdeen player's literally got his arm off and pulls him straight to the ground. But the referee says it was two. I think the symbol now was then he was saying they were both pulling each other, very similar to like the Hearts one.
I remember it now.
That's why same referee as well who waved that one on, says there was a coming together, so that's why it wasn't given. But for me, I'd have been raging if that wasn't given as a penalty for me.
Agreed.
Right, well, let's move on to the next game then, and we move on, and it's going to be me at picks. Oof, there's so many.
Where you going to go?
I'm actually going to go with the game that I said last week could be the game of the weekend, Ross County versus Livingston, but I thought it was going to be the opposite way, you know what I mean? I thought Ross County was going to be the one that done Hings versus Livingston, but what a game of football, and Livingston proving everyone, especially me, wrong, just back to doing what they do, and that set piece is better than anyone else in the league. They are frightening for set pieces. Given what they've lost, you see their routines, their runs off the ball, their unselfish runs at set. They've got so many tricks, which I really rate, because I know a lot of people saying the defending for Ross County's, the first goal versus Ross County is horrendous, but they've got 3 men running away for it and 1 man drifting the back because it's a move. And I think it's well worked, and I've got to give credit. I know the defender isn't great, but it's inventive, and you've got to give a lot of credit, and I just thought they were absolutely brilliant. They ended up smashing Ross County, which I did not see.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like a bigger fool than I already am. I didn't think that was possible, but I had Livy dead last, mate. I had them, both of us then, we both had them dead last. And I don't think the manager, Holt, gets enough credit, to be quite honest, because
good manager. Nobody
ever speaks about him. I don't think I've ever mentioned him on this show, actually, ever. Yeah. So, as he says there, it was really some nice, well-worked moves against a tough Ross County with a winning mentality as well, don't forget. They've been used to, exactly, and they've just went to Tynecastle, they've played hearts off the pitch, they've not managed to get a goal, they've got off to a brilliant start of the season, and they went up there and they've just turned them over. They've just done what they've done, a true Livy performance, and they've battered them. They were faster than them, stronger than them, wanted it more. They were tactically more sound. It was a class performance from them. And another big performance from Wallace as well. They just keep stepping up to the plate.
I thought him and Dykes as well, because we spoke about Dykes last week. And the last show saying it doesn't look like he's got anything in his locker. The boy ran them ragged.
He's just running past players like they don't exist.
No, even when defenders pushing up, get out of the way, son. Bang, bang. Everything we say, 1 week on, the guy just absolutely embarrasses us. Fair play to him. I think every goal they scored was from a set piece, even their world class goal. If you haven't seen this 4th goal, ladies and gentlemen, you have to just go and check this goal out. It's quite ironic because Ross County, they had scored, right? It was 3-1 at this point. The momentum was back with County. They had a free kick, and for whatever reason, instead of whipping it in the box, they took a touch, then tried to whip it in the box. I've never seen that done for that angle.
And then it got closed down. Yeah,
it got closed down really obvious. I mean, it was a horrendous set piece, quite ironic given the way the game had went. But Livingston counter goes out wide, a floated cross inside the box, and the guy runs onto it. Very RVP, if you remember years ago for Man United. Literally runs onto it and hits on a 6-pin straight in the top pin. It's a fucking beautiful goal. Honestly, I've watched it about 20 times. If that was an English player doing south anywhere, that'd be everywhere. Because it's Scottish football, it's getting ignored. But that goal, top class.
100%. It was a great finish from Stobbs. Just got him on loan from Sheffield Wednesday. So he's been doing in England, 10 wee bits down there. Can he get in the team in front of Stevie Fletcher though? Do you know what I mean? So he's up at Livy right now. That's actually something we did highlight in the last show.
Yep.
We were talking about how they've got like a solid midfield, good defence and stuff, but going forward they've not got that striker. But Dykes has stepped up in this match, and then this boy as well. He's come on and wonder walloped right in. What was it that the Livy Twitter account called it again?
Oh,
Watted or something like that.
It's on the
Undertwat.
And they also said like, like pokey and everything. It was like the weirdest Twitter account.
Pokey,
was it a toe pokey? Is that what they said?
Toe pokey, pokey.
Brilliant. It's a great result for Livingston. And I'm really shocked because Ross County had started the game so well. I know Div's already covered it, but at home they are used to winning games of football, ladies and gentlemen. And Livingston took them to the cleaners. But the one thing I will say is the one little bright spark, I'm not worried like Ross County's then going to fall away. I still think they've got quality, and they showed that with their goal they scored, with Mackay being involved and Stewart, who is kind of maybe not many people's heard of, again putting in another good performance for the big lad. Good finish as well. So I think they've still got enough up top to be alright, but they were caught cold with some class set pieces, and again a worldie for me. So we'll move on from there then. And Div, what game would you like to speak about next, mate?
Let's move on to Hibernian 2, St Johnstone 2. Good match as well.
Yeah,
Hibs take the lead from a good header from a great delivery, and then it's a equaliser from O'Halloran. Rocky Marciano, living up to his name, just previously almost murdered O'Halloran. Did you see that?
That was my favourite part.
Why? That was great. It was great. But he just fly kicked him, didn't he?
But isn't it just the fact that he kicked him, Div? It was then he argued with the referee that he never touched him. He was like, no, he touched him. He nearly broke him in half.
He did. He almost broke the boy, which would have been great. But anyway, 2 minutes later or something like that, O'Halloran goes up the part and he just smashes it in. It's very poor goalkeeping. He gambles, and then he looks like a mug, basically. Then Glenn Middleton managed to get himself an assist, which was great to see for us. It was a different kind of delivery for Glenn Middleton. We've seen how good his delivery is, but he usually just floats it in to the back post, front post, or whatever. He just drove it right in. Canberra gets on the end of it. He started scoring goals, but then in the last minute,
beautiful,
bang. And everybody talks about Tav's delivery and stuff, and rightfully so, because he's a great delivery of the ball. But the boy Tanzer, the left back for St Johnstone as well, what a cross. Very good cross, right in to the big man. He slots it in, 2 each, and we're all laughing.
Yeah, it was just such a weird game as well, because it was actually really exciting, but you saw the reaction like with Scott Allen and like the booing because of the management. They're no happy there, like for Scott Allen not staying on the field long enough, because it seems to be every single time he comes off they concede. Is anyone else noticing a running trend with this right now?
He's the man. He is the man for them.
But I did have on my notes there, Glenn Middleton, that's 2 games now for Hibs, 2 assists. What more can he does again?
That is what he does.
It's a beautiful finish as well. Like it's a back heel finish as well. We can't take too much away for that, but it's an exciting game of football. And if I'm honest with you, I put fair result, the draw. I know Hibs fans are raging, and we're going to speak about this in a minute, but they want the manager out. But for me, St Johnstone certainly gave just as good as what they took. You know what I mean? They really got stuck in there and looked good for me. So it's very interesting to see St Johnstone respond, because how bad were they in the first week?
I know. This is just what Tommy Wright does. When you think that they're down and out, they're getting hammered left, right and centre, they just start pulling results out their arse. That's what he does.
And just speaking about the Rocky mistake as well in goals, I think he thinks O'Halloran's going to drill it across, so he takes that step, but O'Halloran just goes near post and just... I
actually think O'Halloran was trying to put it across the goal, and he's just that bad. He's slotted in the net, honestly. Would not surprise me.
Can we talk about Rocky's yellow card that he got? I think it was at 1-0. He flattened the St Johnstone boy, and I actually think he should have been sent off for it.
Is that the thing we were talking about for about 5 minutes, Goggsy?
You're paying a fucking attention, Goggsy. Yeah,
I thought I thought you were talking about the one when it was offside for St Johnstone and he flattened the boy in the penalty box.
No. There was one with it outside
Right.
Kilt O'Halloran and two. See, in about 20 minutes when your internet catches up, you're going to hear the whole conversation go. It's going to be
Oh,
brilliant.
yeah.
It'll be great. You'll enjoy it.
You're going to really enjoy it. But that's a good point then. Should have been a red card for Rocky. That's quite weird to say, thinking it's my dog. But Div, for you, red card or yellow?
I think it's a red card. Like, that is bad. Very bad.
It's a leg breaker. If that's a defender, he's sent off.
A spine breaker.
Yeah, so I think that's 3 reds all the way. So Hibs got away with that one. But let's turn our attention, because I've got to say a big thank you to the Hibs fans that watch this show every single week and everything that. They've been tagging me in a lot of stuff, and I'm going to bring up what you want me to speak about, and that's the poor start from Heckingbottom and whether or not they should sack their manager. A lot of people are not happy with the way that he sets his team up, which is quite strange given when he first came in, he broke a record that hadn't been touched since, what was it, 1960?
100 odd year. So it was crazy.
It's mental. But now they're booing him. They're no liking how Scott Allen keeps being replaced. The tactical issues. Should Heckingbottom be in this place where the fans are booing him and wanting him sacked, in your opinion, Div?
I think it's early, especially going off last season and what he done. I think he's kind of went against it in a sense. He was playing Canberra out wide. They had McNulty up top because Canberra wasn't good enough to play up front, in my opinion. And now he's got Canberra back there, and Canberra is getting goals. It'll be good to see if he can continue that form. For me, I don't think he's the right guy to kind of be leading the line for them. And I know they signed a new striker. I've not seen much of him. Canberra's been in there. With the acquisition of Glenn Middleton, I think that's a great signing, and he has got a really good midfield. So they're just not utilising it properly. You've got Malin, Hogan, Scotty Allen. Do you know what I mean? And then going on to the Scott Allen situation, can he actually play 90 minutes?
That's exactly what I've got on my notes, because
do you know what I mean?
People keep saying he should be playing the 90, but I've literally got here with a big question mark. Can he play 90?
Exactly.
He looks out his arse.
There we go. And in the Rangers game as well,
blown
at the match, after the match finished, because obviously I was at the game, the Hibs players came over to just applaud, and he had a big ice pack on his calf. So I don't know if he's nursing a little injury, but certainly when he's on the park, he looks like Hibs' best player. So I can see why Hibs fans are annoyed about this, and they want him to keep playing. But I don't know. I don't know the situation exactly. So,
Goggsy, how are you feeling about it? How you feel Heckingbottom's doing at Hibs?
Well, looking at their results this season so far, they're in the next round of the Cup. Their only defeat's been at Rangers.
Yep.
I think he's doing an average job at the moment. But looking at the next fixtures, they've got a tough game at Motherwell next week.
Very tough.
Killie away, then it's Edinburgh Derby. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they've got, and they've also got Kilmarnock in the Cups. So I think they should give him till at least the League Cup quarter-final, and then see if they can hit the panic button or not. But as on the Scott Allen situation, I think Scott Allen's been played out of position, because I saw from when he was actually involved on Saturday, he was playing wide right, not actually in the centre of the park.
Drifting.
Yeah.
Maybe that is the role that he's been given, the number 10 role, because he will find that they'll just float. Exactly. And if Higginbottom thinks that Scott Allen's their best threat going forward, I think you will find they'll be right, he'll be left, he'll be through the middle. Similar to Scotty Arfield does a similar thing for Rangers. He's he's all over the pitch in a sense. So maybe that's why. I did see him play a really nice pass for Hibs, and he was centrally during the match as well. So again, it'll be interesting to see what happens going forward with that as well.
Perfect, mate. Right, so that's us kind of discussed that. Thank you so much for all the messages and sending. So again, if you didn't agree, or whatever your thoughts are about Heckingbottom, again, if you're watching live, fire them in, and if you're watching not live, dive into the comments and let us know, and we'll keep an eye on it for his next week. Moving on to the next game of football, Goggsy 99er. What would you like to discuss?
Oh, what would I like to discuss? What's left? Oh, don't give me the name.
Does he? It doesn't again.
I know.
Don't give me the Rangers game.
I think there's 3 games left to discuss, if I'm not mistaken.
3 games.
So just pick anyone, Goggsy. Do you know what I mean? It's not like
let's talk about St Mirren 0, Rangers 1, because I want to just gloss over Borna Barisic's free kick. That was right out the top drawer.
It was.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Sweet Croatian prince.
Oh, you big mad-eyed bastard.
Oh, baby.
Oh, B for 55, eh? Oh. Sorry, God,
Shut
what you
up.
said, mate? Sorry, what we? I got lost.
all I've got in my notes is the goal and the penalty.
This penalty incident, I didn't not understand this at all, man. Even Chris Sutton saying Helander is fouled before he fouls. What is this all about? I didn't get it, Div.
Nobody's
Am I
looking
getting it wrong.
No, I think you're getting it right. I don't think anybody's looking at the feet. That's the thing. Everybody's just drawn towards the hands. The boy comes on the blind side. The Helander trips Helander. Helander falls. Ultimately brings him down. So who makes the first foul? I think it's a great spot from the referee. Yeah. And I'm fully on board with it not being a penalty for that one.
And this isn't one of these cases where... Oh, sorry, Gogs. I'll fire it back to you in a second. This isn't one of these cases where we're Rangers fans, so we're betting. Literally, Chris Sutton is there arguing, saying it's not your penalty, and he doesn't understand why people are even bringing it up or why the fans' reaction is that way. It's clearly a foul on Helander. He gets tripped, kicks his legs into him. Again, some people are highlighting, clipping the tweets and everything like that for videos so they can fire them out to get likes, saying, look at this, but they're not playing the full clip. When you look at the full clip, he clearly makes contact with Helander's feet. It causes him to trip. That then makes Helander bring him down. So for me, it's not even a non-issue. Goggsy, what about you, mate? I
completely agree. I'm watching it back here now. He's clipped him there before Helander makes the contact.
Definitely. Can we just say as well, you're a qualified referee, right or wrong?
Aye.
See? There we are. We're bringing in a specialist, ladies, on the SPFL show. There we are.
We are stating it up.
A resident referee, Goggsy 99 down
Wally Cobb's wee nephew.
Right, that's plenty.
Right, Goggsy,
sorry, was that just private and confidential? I shouldn't have put that out there into the internet. Sorry, mate. I'm so sorry.
No further comment.
Right. So, I just thought that in the match, it looked to me, especially in the first half, it was like Rangers had reverted into the team for last year. And we've seen it so many times when we were coming up against teams that were sitting in, and we can go on to that. CJ, I know you've voiced your thoughts on that. But when we've come up against teams that have been sitting in, we have struggled. And a lot of the times I think we try and rely a lot on Tav's delivery, which I just thought every 2 minutes it was going out to Tav in the box, back out. Do you know what I mean? It looked to me like it was a perfect game for Alfredo Morelos. Do you know, somebody that's going to go in, and I think Defoe likes to get in behind a wee bit more. And there's absolutely no space for Defoe to get in behind in this game. I just thought, we were just relying on that too much. It was just one of those games that needed a wee moment of magic, and thankfully, Borna Barisic delivered on it, and it was glorious.
It really was, and if I'm honest with you, again, I'm not going to go through my exact recap for yesterday, but I was really disappointed because we've sat here and talked St Mirren up for the way that they've been approaching games, them being braver on the ball. They're still going to be a defensive team versus Aberdeen and Hibs and Rangers and stuff like that, but they then try and play as well. They weren't interested. How many times did they just kick the ball to the corner flag?
It's not great, and especially when they've had players that have excelled in the last couple of games.
They're full of confidence. They've just beat Aberdeen, yet they just bend there and be cucks. What they doing?
I'm just going to take it, although bend there and be cucks. Oh my god!
Yeah, you're right. that was a slow burner there. I see that. I seen that slowly take you over a bit there.
So basically, that's what they've done. But I'm going to take it as a compliment that they decided to do that for us, because it goes to show that they were fearful of us, and it almost worked for them, because they had that chance right in the death with the substitute that they brought on. Oh my god, if they had scored that, I'd have been
great.
Biggest injustice. I would have cried. Yeah. I would have cried. I'd have been still crying right now, this very moment. Yeah. But it wasn't great. And hopefully going forward, they believe in their players a wee bit more. Like, I'm not expecting St Mirren to come out and start leaving all sorts of gaps for Rangers to exploit, because we would have went there and we would have hammered them. But I'm just expecting them to try and, when they get the ball, play a wee bit instead of just becoming hammer throws, because they've got technically players. So disappointing.
Very, very disappointing. And the last thing we'll say as well, we try and always be like, you try and not get like built into like the sympathy side of things for players and that, because obviously it's club before anything. Let's be fair, that's the way it's always going to be. But it's just such a great story that it was him. You know what I mean? Like everyone, off even myself. Like I thought he was done. I thought he was
Made it.
done. I thought he was. In fact, in the game, if I'm honest with you, he wasn't great. Let's not beat around the bush. He was kind of invisible, scared to pass the ball forward. But when the time came, he took the ball off the captain, said he fancied it, and buried it top bin. That's brilliant to see. Brilliant to see.
It's absolutely class, and at a vital moment in the match as well.
Definitely.
With time ticking on the clock, fans getting a wee bit more antsy. For him just to take that ball and slot it in the way he did, I love to see it, because everybody's wrote him off. Do you know what I mean?
Things you love to see.
Things you love to see. Borna Barisic, man. And I just love how everybody was celebrating, and it took him a wee nanosecond extra than everybody else. And he's just like, wow. And when he ran out to the supporters, it was an absolutely incredible moment. You could just tell from his teammates as well, they've got his back. Yeah. And the way they celebrated with him was class. And hopefully can go and kickstart, because we've seen good glimpses of Barisic at times, but we've also seen very bad glimpses of him as well, which is why he's developed this reputation within the Rangers support, not being trusted. But hopefully we can see him go on, kickstart, and be the player we expected him to be when he first played these few matches for Rangers, hopefully.
That's bang on for me, mate. I'm exactly the same. And there is one other player I want to just get your opinions on as well, because it's the SPFL show, it's not just a thingy, but we need to speak about Ryan Jack, in my opinion. Absolutely. Because his consistency is now so high, and he's dictating the entire game, not just defensively but offensively now. Again, he was the man with the most shots in the game, which some people try and say doesn't shoot enough and everything like that, but he had the most shots. He had 3 on targets, 3 outside the box. And for me, I know it's a question that's grown up, if we're making a Scotland squad, he's got to be first name on that, whether or not he wants to go and play. And again, our fans are always going to say that, but if we're just picking boys on form, it has to be picked, especially when killie players are getting picked. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is it about Ryan Jack, why he's not in the Scotland setup when he's playing just so and in my opinion, he's our best player so far this season, because his consistency. 9-9-9, like, people scoring hat tricks and then no scoring, like, you know what I mean? It's gone up and down, but he's there all the time. And for me, I just feel like he's probably the most underrated player in the SPFL so far this season. So I just wanted your opinions on that. Goggsy, we'll go to you first, mate. How do you feel about Ryan Jack?
Well, I've not seen him play, but from the highlights I've seen on Sportscene, when he's dictated the play going forward, I've been quite impressed with some of the clips. So yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, we've got a lot worse in our national team right now. So
a lot worse.
Yeah.
Like,
so, Goggsy, if you swear on this channel again, I swear to God,
you need to have control of yourself.
That's what? It. There is a couple of banned words on this channel that CJ has told you, do you know what I mean? And you just keep saying them. It's no good. You're going to need to look back on the tape.
Scotland national team?
No, the naivety of the boy, I'm telling you.
Right.
The naivety.
Before we fire over you, Div, I just want to read out Ross Paulson's. He's donated £1 to the show, so thank you so much for that, mate. We greatly appreciate that. But Div, over to yourself, mate, on the Ryan Jack situation. How are you feeling about him?
He was definitely somebody I had in my notes, and I think he was exceptional. He was exceptional because he was adding a wee bit extra to his game, and I think that's what he's done since Steven Gerrard's came to the club. Although Ryan Jack has been progressing and he's always been a very consistent player for Rangers, for me he was limited at times in terms of, maybe not limited, but restricted, maybe more so.
We had this conversation a lot.
So we're now seeing him add different elements to his game. He's getting forward, he's having long shots, he's scoring goals. It's great to see, and for me he should be in the Scotland squad. Whether he starts or no is a different story. For me, I think he should be starting, but there is some other decent players in there that are playing regularly, in the Premier League. I know McGinn's playing really well and guys like that. Exactly. But there's also guys within that Scotland setup, for me, that are not on his level. Absolutely nowhere near. A good 3 or 4 of them that are getting consistently called up to the squad.
You have one good game every 5, and it's like...
Yes.
Yeah.
But personally, mate, I do think that Steve Clarke will call him up. I do. I think he'll call players up on form, and I really hope, as a Scotland fan, that he does do that. Going forward, that's the best way, I think. So,
if you're building a 3-man midfield, I think you can go much worse than McGinn, Jack, and even McGregor for Celtic. Again, that's a bit of a swear word here, but if we're just putting it at that, you've got 3 players that like to get physical and can run all day. I mean, that's not a bad midfield, but we never see it, but for unknown frickin' reasons. But yeah, I just wanted to speak about that because I know Ryan Jack's getting a lot of love now, and I love to see it because I've been there since the old career mode when he was signed. Do you know I signed them 6 months before he signed Rangers and everyone was going on the career mode? Yes, I did, mate.
I didn't know that you were that invested into Ryan Jack. Like, I
mate,
love the
Aberdeen
guy.
days, mate.
Absolutely love the
Aberdeen
guy.
days.
Oh, whoa.
Hey.
Behave yourself.
Hey.
That's another swear word in the channel.
Sorry.
Right, jokes. But I never knew you were that invested in Ryan Jack. When he came to the club, I was all for him, loved him. Then, still love him, but just thought, come on. Like, you wanted to see more because you seen him consistently doing these good things. But then, for me, definitely, I think it was him being restricted and being told to play in a position, I think, where he wasn't his greatest. Because I think he's a better midfielder when he's allowed to go forward and come back. Whereas he was getting played, for me, just sit there. Because you're the best football player within the club, you sit there and just try and bail us out. He was getting these red cards and all that because I don't think that was his strongest position.
No.
And now we're seeing him flourish under Steven Gerrard. We're seeing the quotes coming out for Steven Gerrard. He's only 27-year-old as well, young. And for me, he's just absolutely class right now. So I'm loving it.
And you get the old Mada saying that you always play better with good players, and now we're adding players like Davis round him and Glenn Kamara, Joe Rebo. You're seeing him play better with better players, because when he first came in the squad, he was getting sent off because he was playing midfield with Jason Holt. He had to do his job. You know what I mean?
He's doing 3 jobs, exactly.
So we just want to move on from there then, but it was great. And thank you so much for everyone that's asking about Ryan Jack for Scotland. We appreciate it for the Instagram messages. I know there's so many of them, so thanks for firing that in. Also, shout out to Craig Kelly. He donates £2 to the show. And you guys think Greg Taylor will leave Kilmarnock? And that's actually a great point, because we've just spoken about Rangers. We're going to speak about Celtic next, and that's where the rumours are, whether it's Celtic or Rangers or even down south. So what do you think about Greg Taylor? We'll go with you, Goggsy. Will he leave this window?
Well, if the offer's on the table, I think you should bite it you should bite the hand off, because
Exactly. Yeah, good show, mate.
And Celtic's left back right now, Bolingoli, is absolutely woeful. So I think Celtic should go for Greg Taylor. But there's always that question with Greg Taylor being a Rangers fan, apparently, and then he's making the transition to Celtic. Although I've had the same with Jake Hasty to Rangers because he's a Celtic fan. So, but he should just take it because it's so much better money.
So you think he will leave if the offer comes in?
Yes.
Dev?
I think he should leave.
All right, okay, as well, right. Dev?
I think he should leave as well, but I would prefer him to come to Rangers, although I don't think that's going to happen, because we now have 3 options at left back, realistically. Yeah. We've got Barisic, Halliday.
That kick arguably killed his move.
Exactly. So I think he's a great player. Spoke him up plenty of times. Had him in Team of the Year and stuff. As being the best left back in the country last year. Mm-hmm. Still young, very raw. Thought he'd done decent against Rangers when we played them earlier in the season. So I think he'd be a good acquisition for any team really in the top flight.
In my opinion, do I think he should leave? Probably, because I feel like Kilmarnock's going to struggle this year, and that's maybe going to hinder him slightly. But if you're a Kilmarnock fan, if he goes, you know what I mean, that's a big worry sign, because you're not playing well. That's when you want your best players to commit to your team.
Absolutely.
If he then leaves, that's a big warning sign, and a lot more pressure on that manager as well. Do I actually think he'll leave? No, I don't think he'll go. No, in this window, I don't think anyway. Mm-hmm. I don't think there'll be any. Maybe in January, if they continue to struggle, maybe Celtic will come in for him and stuff like that. But as far as I know, that free kick as well for BB's probably just hindered his potential Rangers chance as well, which is quite ironic, because Gerrard's been talking up BB this week. So yeah, for me, I think he'll stay at Kilmarnock at least till January. So thank you so much, mate, for sending that in. And I believe it's back to you, Div. I think, yeah, because
back to me.
Yeah, I think that's the way, isn't it?
Probably, aye.
Right,
what games have we got left?
We've got the Celtic one, mate, unfortunately.
Alright, okay. Let me pick that then. Yeah. Couple of OGs in the match. It's actually now been confirmed that the SPFL have taken the 2 goals off of Bio. Mm-hmm. So they go down as 2 own goals. And from me, just seeing, I seen on Sky Sports, the football app, that he'd scored 2 goals. I was surprised, firstly, he was playing. Yeah. But then for him to score 2 goals, you're like, right, what's this boy all about? And I think he did put himself about. Yeah. He put himself about from the highlights, and he still had to get in the positions to score the goals and put pressure on the guys that scored the OGs. Overall, I think he had a good performance, but it does go down in the statistics that it was 2 own goals. And Craig Levein, he was out talking the day, in the media, and he was so desperate to
claim
them as OGs. It was like weird, very weird. It's like that's a positive to look at. We get gubbed, but it was OGs, so it was their own fault.
Well,
so technically, we won 3-1.
Well, I've actually got a theory about that, mate. It's quite funny you said that. I've got here in my notes. I think the reason he's fighting so hard to say it's 2 own goals, so he can say we went to Celtic Park and we only lost through 2 own goals. I think that's what he's fighting on it, because he needs something to try and spin. I mean, the chairman's backing him, but the fans, man, we talked about Hibs about 10-15 minutes ago, but these Hearts fans, I've never seen anything like it. My mentions every single weekend is filled with get him out the effing club. Like, it's strange. Like, and you look at it, he's got so many good players, but he continues to play guys like Clare, who I think's been crap now for a long time. Like, sorry, I burst out here, but I watch this guy. I don't see what he offers to the team. Doesn't he track back? He's not good enough defensively. He's not good enough. He's certainly not good enough going forward. He's not good with the ball. Yet he's continually picked over some of the other players. Yeah. And I can understand why I'm continually getting these messages from these Hearts fans on Instagram saying, talk about this, talk about that. But on the Celtic side, I think another, they obviously remain 100%. They win again after a couple of tricky results. The Champions League one was good. But
not got a clue what you're talking about.
Not got a clue. I'll tell you that. And then you got the Dunfermline one as well, where it took them 114th minute. So there was a lot of pressure on them, especially with given Hearts' record against Celtic. But they've done their job, and I thought the second goal they scored from McGregor was a really good goal.
That was good enough to win the game on its own.
Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah, it's a smashing goal. Like, opens his body up, kens exactly what he's doing right for the second he touches it. It's in the net before the goalkeeper even dives. But again, the argument could be made there for the people that's screaming for Levine out. He's fighting for it as well. They only got beat through 2 own goals. So I just want to know what your thoughts are about that, Div, first.
Oh man, he needs to go. It's done. It's done for this man. The streets are not having him anymore. The Hearts fans, you're right, they're absolutely everywhere. They're calling for him to be out. He's kind of accepted it himself because that's him now fighting for it. Very surprised to see the Hearts chairman come out and back him so strongly.
Not even
I was going to say something bad there.
Not even backing him. The fact that she's saying he's doing a really good job. That was the direct quote, wasn't it? Like, really?
Aye.
And it's even as if she's went, we're going to back him through this difficult period of the time injury. She literally said, what he's doing right now, that's a really good job. What?
I know. Obviously watching the ranked team. Do you know what I mean? But to touch on some of these players he's playing, I don't know why he's not playing Cochrane. Harry Cochrane, I think he's an outstanding player, and I think he's maybe now 17, 18 years of age. Broke into the squad at 16, just turned 16. Boss Scott Brown.
Yeah, exactly.
Boss Scott Brown about, for 90 minutes, scored a goal. And I was expecting him, truthfully, because like halfway through last season, you're going, where's Harry Cochrane? Why is he not playing? And I thought they would maybe be putting him through maybe an extensive training plan last year that would have meant he would have been maybe too tired come match day. Try and bulk him up a wee bit, put a wee bit more physicality for him. Sort of gave him a bit of a rest for a season. And then I thought they were going to put him in this season because I think he is a great football player and we've not seen him. And I think something that is also frustrating for Hearts fans is that they do have great potential. Connor Washington, I think, is a really good player. Stephen Naismith, although we don't like to admit it, is still got it.
Swearing on this channel, Dave.
Oh no, I'm sorry, that's bad. I forgot. Let me look at this list. Sports team. Alright, okay. So that's it. Eradicated. But they have good players, so why are they not doing it? Craig Levine, that is your answer. He's a bottle job.
This might be the only time you ever hear this comparison, but it reminds me of something very similar to what Pochettino's doing at Spurs right now. Just before anyone goes, I'm just saying the fact that he's dropping certain players who we know has got ability to play players that maybe have the manager's back, even though the fans are screaming for Eriksson, Vertonghen, and this and that to play, but the manager's backing himself and saying, no, I'm not going to play them, I'm going to play my boys, even though the results are clearly showing it's not working. But instead of bringing the boys in, who he's kind of like pushed to one side, he's sticking to his guns and doubling down and just hurting the club. It's very strange. I really think that player is awful, I'm going to be honest with you.
It's terrible. It's absolutely shocking. I think.
And I'm not just saying that because he never tracked Edouard last season in the 97th minute and everything. I still didn't think about that. But honestly, I just think he's really, really pish. But Goggsy, what's your thoughts, mate?
As I said, I think on a previous show...
You want another show? No, I'm joking.
No. No, on a previous show, Levine situation, it's like Mike Ashley at Newcastle.
Never go.
Like, people always want him to get sacked, but he's almost unsackable because of just the relationship he's got with Anne Budge. I think is what's holding them back.
You try to say
He's pumped Budge. That's what I was going to say earlier, right? And I'm just saying it now. Levine is pumped man Budge.
Allegedly. I just want to say so the stream doesn't get taken down. Allegedly. Okay, so I just want to, like Shane Dawson-esque, let's protect ourselves here for a brief moment.
Let's do it.
But yeah, Levine won't budge. There we go. Come on.
There we go.
There we are. There's one.
Yep.
So we've kind of discussed the Hearts situation. Celtic again, they continue their winning streak, put a wee bit less pressure on their manager. That's quite ironic, who's came under fire. But we then move to the normal part where we talk about the fantasy football app. But, I've got to be honest with you, after I was severely attacked by the app and lost 40 points, I then done it to Div. And then 3 days later, the entire app was cancelled because it was doing it to everyone. So we can't do that anymore. So I do apologise about that. Anyone who's looking forward to that part of the show, which was a big part of the show, if we're honest, being.
I'm actually gutted about that because it was great to see something for the Scottish fans. Like,
it was good fun.
Everybody plays fantasy, like the English one, and it was great to see the Scottish one. Yeah. Even though like the prices for some players, I think it was 7 million for Kennedy and all that business. And I know he's decent, but he's not worth 7 million.
I know he's £1 million less than Morelos.
It was mental. But like, all jokes aside, I actually hope they fix it. And I think they maybe came in a wee bit naively and prematurely. And if they just kept developing the app for a wee bit longer, they could have came next season and absolutely blew it out the park. But they came in naively and it was fucked. So hopefully going forward, something happens because it was good. It was exciting.
So I do apologise for everyone. I know the guys that's been in the top 5 were sending us messages and everything like that. I do apologise. The app's gone. It's not us. We've not done it. We've not closed the league. The actual app is gone. It's finished. So let's move on to the part of the show that continues, and that's the 5 players of the week.
Boom.
Right, Goggsy, we'll start with you, mate.
My 5 is.
Is this 5 to 1?
I feel like it. What?
Is this 5 to your best player or your best player to your 5?
I don't know if I could pick a best player this week. There's no one for me that's completely outstood everyone else in the list. So I'm just going for 5.
Especially when you've not seen 7 of the matches. I can't exactly. I'm joking. When you go, mate.
Michael O'Halloran, because of his performance against Hibs.
He was good, yeah.
Lyndon Dykes for running Ross County ragged. I'm going to say Liam Polworth for Motherwell because he was ill during the week and he comes back. Basically creates 2 of the goals. Mm-hmm. And Christopher Ayer for his deliveries against Hearts, and Jack Stobbs for his goal against Ross County.
Phenomenal, mate. 2 Livingston players, that's unusual.
Yeah.
Devaniel?
I have put Bayo in at number 5. Although he never got the goals, I thought he was a nuisance. He terrorised the Hearts defence constantly. It was a good kind of debut performance from him.
Yep.
Number 4, I put in Donnelly because he just keeps scoring goals. I know it was a penalty, but he's just been on form this year. Number 3, I've put Ryan Jack, and I've put him at number 3 because although it was an absolutely magnificent performance for the guy and he keeps doing it consistently, I think Rangers could have still played better, and I think he could have still done even better because there's a lot more to come for Ryan Jack, but I had to include him. Number 2, I have went with Stobbs. Stobbs. I've just put him in there for that goal. So to be honest with you, he came on in the 29th minute or something like that, and he went off injured again. But just for that goal, he goes in straight in number 2. It was delicious. And then at number 1, I've went. Probably.
We might have the same number 1 here. On you go.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
I don't know if we do. I've got Lawless at number 1.
Oh, it's same lines.
Lawless?
But no.
Yeah, I've got Lawless in at number 1 just because the guy doesn't get enough credit. He's scored another goal. He's leading his team to a great away victory at Ross County. Hard place to go.
Got the assist for Stobbs' goal.
Yeah.
There we go. And everybody always says that it's a hard place to go, Ross County, and he just went up and bossed it. So I've put him in at number 1. Shout out to Borna Barisic for his amazing moment, but maybe just over the 90 doesn't make it into the team. I wanted to put him in there, but just
Perfect. I'll go you my 5 right now. At number 5, I actually got Callum McGregor for Celtic. I thought he'd done well in the midfield. I thought he kept them ticking along again, scored that very good goal. Number 4, I've got Michael O'Halloran, because I thought he was I know. Okay, that's me showing I'm no bias, by the way, because that hurt me writing that.
It's another swear word.
I know. MOH, remember that? So yeah, I've put him in there. Pedro's right back. But I just thought he was a direct threat at his pace, and again he scored that very important goal for them as well, and should have had their goalkeeper sent off. I've got 2 Motherwell players in at number 3, and because you've already said one, Div, I'll go with the other one. I've actually went with Long, because I thought he actually done well.
Nah.
I know.
I had him in as well,
Yeah.
but never ended up going with.
I mean, it was a very feisty game. He was getting kicked about the place, but he was strong on the ball, and again, his goal was very, very good as well. That's what you need, especially at that period of time. You need someone that's willing to absorb the contact, and his moment of class was brilliant. I know you already done a joke about the solo and stuff like that, but it was a very good goal. Number 2, I went with Ryan frickin' Jack, because the man's so consistent right now. But there was one other man that really shocked me after I took loads of hits at him last week, and that's Dykes at number 1. He ran them absolutely silly. It was beautiful to watch, really. So that's going to be my 5 as well. So Dykes makes it number 1 after last week me saying he looks terrible. So
I had him in. I had Dykes in, but then I scrubbed him out for Chris Long, and then I scrubbed him out for Stobbs. Just because. There we go.
Perfect. Right, let's do some ons for next week then, shall we?
Right.
And I've actually got the chat up this week, so I'll keep an eye on the peoples and I'll read that out, Div, if you want to read the teams out. But I'll give you a wee update on last week's results. There was only one perfect prediction, and that was me, the Aberdeen Kilmarnock 0-0. So I managed to grab that one, and it finished 2-1 because everyone else got half points. So I got 2 points, everyone else finished on the 1. So for once, I get something right. Usually I'm always last, so that was nice. But anyway,
hopefully I don't finish last next time and I win. Beautiful.
Yeah, so beautiful. Okay. But let's hope that I also didn't finish last and I also win. So we just keep going.
And hopefully I don't finish last and I win.
Aye, but see, I really hope that I didn't finish last though and I win.
I'm not finishing last. I'm going to win.
No, I'm just telling you right now, I'm not finishing last.
Right, just shag already, fuck's sake.
I mean, that's weird, that's incest.
Oh.
Alright.
I know.
Right. Let's Brolin and
Can we kick start today?
Right, let's go to the predictions. It's getting weird in here.
Yes, it is. Right, we head up to Aberdeen. Aberdeen's ground. It's Aberdeen versus County. What are you saying about that, Goggsy?
I'm going to say 1 each draw.
A 1 each draw for you. Okay. CJ, what are you thinking for this game?
Well, I'll actually read it Ryan 118 says well first. He's gone for Aberdeen 2, Ross County 0. So that's what he's going to go for. And if I'm honest with you, I'm going to go for something similar. I'm actually just going to go with an Aberdeen 1-0 win. I think they'll get back to winning ways. Ross County will be licking their wounds a little bit, but I think they'll still show enough. But Aberdeen, I think Cosgrove will get back scoring. So 1-0 to Aberdeen.
I'm on a similar wee boat to you there, but I think there'll be a couple more goals in the game. I'm going 2-1 to Aberdeen. I think they'll just edge it and County will bounce back a wee bit and they'll be as bad defensively. Right, second game, we'll go...
We'll read out a couple of the people's as well.
Sorry, get ahead of myself there. Wee bit too excited.
Bit excited there, son. Matthew... wait, he's talking about Celtic there. Let me scroll up.
Delete!
No, he's actually doing a Celtic prediction. He's trying to get in fly. He's trying to get in early. Ross Livingston writes in 2-0 Aberdeen. Willie Salmond writes in... Sorry if I'm butchered that way. He writes in 1-1. Ben FN writes in 1-1 draw. And David Hendry writes in 2-0 to Ross County. So there we are.
Oh,
surprising. Nice.
Right, next matchup, it's Hearts versus Hamilton. I'll kickstart us here. Late change. Ooh. I'm going 2-0 to Hamilton.
Jeez,
I think that Hamilton are going to bounce back. They're going to mount the pressure on Levine and they're going to bury him, quite honestly.
Really? Oh, you think next week's the week? Ooh.
Yes, I am. I'm going for that. What do you think will happen there, CJ?
I'm actually... Kenson, I was thinking it's going to be a lot of pressure built on me. I don't think he's going to lose the game though. I'll go 0-0, but still that pressure is still going to be there. I think they're going to be very, very flat. I think the atmosphere is going to be flat. It's just going to be poison in there. It's going to be like an away game. So that's going to go 0-0.
Ooh. Goggsy, what you say?
I'm going to say 1-0 to Hearts.
1-0 to Hearts.
I just think they'll end up just getting so poisonous and then they'll score late on and they'll... Washington's here to save the day, but and me just paper up the cracks for Hearts.
Okay, and I'm doing my job. I mean, everyone else is letting me down. Anyway, right, we'll read out Ryan 118, and he goes Hearts 1, Hamilton 0. And some of the peoples that we'll read out, the first one comes in from Andy Taker. He writes in Hearts 1, Hamilton 1. What Dog writes in 0-0. Ross Livingston 1-1. Alex Dickerson, though, writes 4-3 Hearts. Now, that would be a game.
Oh.
That may win some of the Levine haters back. And another one, if I'm honest with you, there's a lot of draws coming in. Jamie Harper also writes in 1-1 between Hearts and Hamilton. Devaniel?
Okay, Livingston St Mirren is the next one. CJ, you want to kickstart us here?
Livy, St Mirren. I think Livingston will continue the form. I'm going to stop doubting them. And if I'm honest with you, my estimations really went down on St Mirren based on how they performed in the last game. So I'm going to go with a comfortable 2-0 win for Livingston.
I'm going to agree that Livy are going to batter St Mirren, but St Mirren I think will get a wee cheeky goal. So I'm going 3-1 to Livingston.
Good game.
Goggsy, what are you thinking?
I'm going for 2-1 Livingston. I was going to go for 3, but thought different.
Mix it up a wee bit.
Ryan,
mix it up a bit.
Ryan 118 goes 1-1, so he's going for a score draw in that game. And some of the peoples will read out. Let's see. Ben FN writes in 2-0 to St Mirren. That's quite a surprise. Peter Ramsey writes in 3-0 Livingston. Ross Livingston writes in 2-1 St Mirren. Actually, a lot of love for St Mirren's coming in here. Gary also writes in 1-0 to St Mirren. That's quite a surprise. And the last one really comes from Mark Mitchell, and he writes 2-1 to Livy. So finally get one for Livy. But a lot of the people in the chat, St Mirren, that's quite a surprise.
Batting St Mirren. Going off of the form for the start of the season, you would give them a chance in the game.
Definitely.
You know, so they might bounce back. Next one, we are going to you, Goggsy, because it's your team. It is Motherwell versus Hibs. Please don't say it.
Oh,
what are you going for?
He's going to do that fucking thing again.
That thing.
1-0 Hibs.
1-0 Hibs, do you know what I mean? And who's going to score?
It'll be a Peter Hartley on goal.
Peter Hartley on goal.
Brilliant.
Love the optimism from the boys. Great. I'm going to go the polar opposite team. I'm going to go 3-1 to Motherwell. I think they'll pump
take that.
Hibs.
I'll happily take that.
I think they're going to continue scoring the goals, start the way I did against Hamilton, and I'm going to bury them as well. What are you saying, CJ?
Well, I'll give you Ryan's first. He goes for 1-0 Motherwell, so he's gone for a 1-0 win. But me, I think there's going to be another. I'm kind of killing off the mood here, but for another boring draw, I'll go one each though. Go one each draw. Go a score draw. Right, some of the people, well, a lot of people's fine. And Connor Mitchell goes 1-1 draw. Luke 26 is 2-0, 2-1 to the Well. Roy O'Neill writes in 2-1 Well. Ross Livingston 0-0. James Henderson the Well 3-1. A lot of love for Motherwell coming in the chat. Gogs the 99er. And Andrew Graham writes in 5-0 for Hibs. Let's flip that.
5-0 Hibs?
I know he's flipped it. Right at the end there. I like
that.
Right.
All right, I'm going to flip it as well. So we'll go St Johnstone, Killie in the next one. We'll go over to Ryan for the first one.
Oh shit, perfect.
Yeah, there we go. Flipped it.
So St Johnstone, it was the St Johnstone game, wasn't it? Is that the way?
St Johnstone, Killie.
Right, he writes in 2-0 Kilmarnock, which would be some result for them.
I think it'll be a score draw. I'm going one each.
I'm going to seem like a cop out here, but that's exactly what I've got in my notes as well, one each.
Beautiful.
Sorry everyone, I know I'm making
Goggsy,
I'm going to go for a 1-0 St Johnstone.
1-0 to St Johnstone.
Feel the pressure on
pressure.
Wouldn't have put it past them.
Trav the Slav writes in 1-1 in that game. Scott Castle writes in 2-0 St Johnstone. Lewis Humphreys writes in 2 each. Blue Rangers writes in Motherwell 1, Hibernian 1. Sorry, I missed that, mate. Fire up.
Good lad.
There we are. And Eric Johnson also writes in 1-1 for that game as well.
Alright, last but not least, it is the big one. Everybody get firing in your predictions. It's Rangers at home to Celtic.
Ooh.
We'll start off with Goggsy. Why don't we?
Oh, that would be a small game that happens.
That one that's second biggest to the Lanarkshire derby. That one.
Just
right.
By quite a bit as well, innit? But second.
I'm going to go for a 2 each draw.
Really?
You're not getting invited back. If anybody would like to talk about football and they want back on the chip, just let us get.
I don't want to be shown having any bias towards either side of the Old Firm.
You're supposed to be taking the job serious, mate.
I'm partisan when it comes to the Old Firm. That's it.
So what do you actually think, Goggsy?
What?
So what do you actually think then? Stop. You're a pundit right now, Goggsy.
Yeah. Get off the fence.
Right.
Joe Rogan.
Aye, my arse is getting splinters, to be fair. We'll go with, because Rangers at home.
Yes.
I think Rangers will edge it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You dirty animal. What scoreline, Goggsy?
We'll go 2-1.
Yes! There he is! Right, you're allowed back on. You're back now.
Do you know what I'd pay good money for? Goggsy to do a prediction video for that game, but it's an ASMR version, and he's just whispering the full time. Oh, I'd pay great money
like
to hear that.
that. Just like,
aye.
Just in between it when he's top his goal scorers.
Yes.
Right, Davania, what are you thinking for the game, mate?
Okay, we'll go with myself then. I actually think Rangers will put in a dominant performance. We saw from the last year's Old Firms, it really came down really to who's playing at home. I thought Rangers put in stronger away performances and better home performances. So I think it will be 3-1 to Rangers.
Nice.
With a late consolation for Celtic, actually. I think the Rangers will be pretty dominant in the game, to be quite honest. Taking all, but I'm not even trying to be biased, I didn't like it, but that's what I think.
Perfect. Right, we'll read out Ryan118's next, and he's predicting Rangers 2, Celtic 3. He thinks there's going to be a 5-goal thriller in the game, but Celtic just edges it. No wonder he's never turned up to say that. I just love the fact that Blue Rangers and a couple of people's fired in the comments saying half my content. It's almost like they know exactly what I'm going to say next. But
I know
people waiting for my prediction, you're going to have to wait to the day before, as I can't give you that because that's all my content.
There we go. Boom. That's all the games.
Perfection, mate. Perfection. By the way, just to give you an update, I was supposed to be getting my nose broken today, but I've put it back a week, so it's after the Old Firm. So after my Old Firm video comes out, I won't be I'm actually getting the surgery on the Monday, so next week it'll be on one of your guys' channels. Unfortunately, so I won't be.
So are you making training then Saturday?
I should be.
Brilliant, excellent.
I know.
That's dedication.
Right, perfect, lads. That's us all wrapped up. That's been actually fantastic. That's been a rapid hour and 5 minutes. That's unbelievable, like how fast that flowed. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if you missed, I know some people saying like where's Ryan and stuff like that, but he has actually got some real family stuff going on. So again, give the guy a break this week. He's got a lot going on, so hopefully he's back next week and everything takes care of itself from that. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Div, want to tell them where they can find you on the internet?
You can find me on the internet at youtube.com/sharpdiv, sharpdiv on Instagram, sharpdiv7 on Twitter.
Bang. Goggsy99er?
On YouTube at goggsy99 and on Instagram at goggsysan and on Twitter at goggsy99.
Sandwich. A tea sandwich. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen, and I've been Sieging Over 92. Thank you so much for watching, and bye. Now this is the awkward part because you guys can still see me actually going all the way